So thank you once again. This is my second interview in Colombia. I've been here for a week. Met a lot of great people. Want to really introduce you to my guy Todd, who really was one of the people that made sure I came, set my expectations and my mindset. And he and his beautiful wife have been amazing to me. But Todd, if you could introduce yourself, your channel, and tell people where we are.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
My name is Todd Allyn. I'm the host of The Science of Self-Mastery with Professor Todd Allyn on YouTube. And where we are, we're on Mount Zarate, which is one of the tourist spots in Bogotá, Colombia. It's at one of the highest points. But if you look behind us, there's Mount Guadalupe, which is a church on the other side of the mountain here. But this is a very touristic spot, Mount Zarate. Highly recommend that you come to visit this place. My wife and I walked this. It's about 10,500 feet above sea level.
They're way more in shape than me. Yeah, go ahead.
At least a mile higher than Denver.
Yeah.
And so we do this, and Bogotá changed my life. It saved my life. It really did.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. So, so I guess if we call Denver the Mile High City, we're now in the 2 Mile High City. And this has just been an amazing experience. But Todd, you said it changed your life. You definitely shown me and walked me around the city. We'll do some more later on today. But how did it change your life? Talk about what you were doing before as a college professor.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And then coming here.
Okay. Well, during the pandemic, life as we know it changed.
Yep.
And so as a college professor, we were basically teaching online.
Okay.
My wife, for various reasons, we could not get a visa for her to come to the U.S.
Okay.
And so she was here, I was here. We were separated the first year of our marriage.
Okay.
And so when Colombia decided that they were going to open their borders, I decided at that point that it's better for me to move here to Colombia than to be separated from my family. So I was 260 pounds of chewed bubble gum. And when I moved here, just the first day I couldn't breathe. Because the altitude.
The altitude is real.
Yeah.
It is real. Yeah.
And so at that particular point, I decided to change physically. I wanted to change. And then mentally, my mindset changed because, as you know, Colombia is very tranquil.
Yeah.
It's very slow compared to the hustle and bustle in the States.
Yeah.
And so I lost 22 pounds jumping rope, thanks to Buddy Lee Jump Rope.
Okay.
And that was the beginning of the change, total. And since I've come here, this is where I want to stay. This is where I want to be.
Yeah. It's funny. Sean, I got a third guy, the guy in the other interview. He said in the first 6 months he had to take his clothes to go get trimmed down and altered 5 times, just because of the food, the walking, and just how healthy everything is.
Yeah. I mean, you walk everywhere here.
Yeah.
You walk everywhere. Just so that your listeners can know, to walk Mount Zarate, it's 1,500 steps from the base to the top.
Okay.
And so we do that, like as I said, 3 to 4 times a week.
3 to 4 times a week, and that is absolutely amazing, man. So talk about the mindset shift, because I know your channel, Mindset Mastery, and then what you've done. Yeah. And we've talked so much, and there's no way we can fit it all in, but talk about what your mindset was before, what your thoughts were before. Coming down, and then if you can go into a little bit about doing business here as well.
Okay. Well, the mindset change was, a lot of times when we're in the States, we come from a churchy mindset, and we think that God only exists in North America. But when I got here, looking at the natural beauty, looking at the values of the Colombian people, because family is extremely important, I come to realize that God is everywhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so in the States, we want to make as much money as possible as fast as we can. But what I've learned here is that money is important, but it's not the most important thing. Family, friends, lifestyle, what you do day to day is most important than chasing that almighty dollar. The dollar says, "In God we trust," but in reality, we trust in the dollar more than we trust in God.
That's a good way to put it. So you're saying that here you see God in everything.
Yeah.
And you realize the difference between the two.
I realize the difference between the two. Because culturally, in the States, we're very aggressive, right?
Yeah.
Or I shouldn't say aggressive, we're very assertive.
Okay.
And especially when it comes to business, we want it,
Right.
you know,
Right.
let's
now,
go right now, let's go.
Yeah.
You know, if we have an appointment at 8 o'clock, if you're there 5 minutes before 8, you're on time.
Yeah.
Here,
Which I learned the first day I was here. I learned the first day I was here multiple times.
yeah,
Right.
8 o'clock is like, okay, 8:15, 8:20.
Right.
And a lot of that is because of, you know, because of traffic. Sometimes you can't plan for traffic.
That's also very true.
Yeah, but the thing is that I found that people are very genuine, right? Honest too, because, you know, I forgot something somewhere one time, and the next day I went and it was there, right? So if I overpay something because I'm learning the currency, this was in the beginning,
Sure.
they would give me the correct change.
I mean, that just happened to me just right here when I was getting the platinos.
Right.
The lady was like, "Oh, here," and I was like, "No, take it." She looked at me like,
Exactly.
Sure? Yeah.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
I mean, so that was one of the differences. I mean, not everybody,
Sure,
right? But
sure.
the majority of the people are very honest, hardworking people. Most people only have 1 day a week off, which is Sunday. So Sunday is like the family day. People are very hardworking. They'll work 6 days a week and sometimes 12 hours, 6 days a week. So it really depends on the type of business that you do. But for the most part, I find that people are very, very honest. They're very cost conscious as well. And there's a difference between cost conscious and quality conscious.
Okay.
Right? You can give exceptional quality, but if the cost is outside of what they're accustomed to paying, it's going to be challenging to extract
that.
to get that.
Yeah. Okay.
And a lot of that is because the minimum wage that they have here is like 2 million pesos, which would be equivalent to maybe $600 a month, right? $600 to $700 a month. Let's say $600 to $800 a month.
Right.
So if rent is like 1 million pesos, that could be at least 33% of their income. So they count pennies, and so it's very important that you develop relationships with people, so that they trust you and say, well, and to realize that, hey, you know what, this is a very large portion of my income.
Yeah.
I have to be able to get, you know, the value for what I'm paying, and so those are the differences that I notice here. In the United States, if the quality is high, you're going to pay a high price.
Okay.
And so in the States, people are more quality conscious than price conscious. Here, because Colombia is very stratified, it depends on the
Which
price.
stratus and the price.
Right. And what I mean by stratified, there's stratos 1 through 6. 1 is the lowest, 6 being the highest. But those in the higher stratus they subsidize water, gas, electricity for those that are in the lower stratus as well. So in stratus 6, it can be very expensive for services, but it's very expensive because they pay.
You're contributing to the stratus 1 and 2.
Exactly.
Wow. Well, I appreciate that, because I don't think most people know that about the Colombian culture or what have you. So in that, with your change, and how long have you been here? You've been here?
I've been here 5 years. It'll be 6 years in October.
6 years in October.
Yeah.
You going back?
Where? Going back where?
That was a setup. I set you up on that one.
¿Tú vas a hacer dónde? Right. Here's the truth. When my mom was living, I had a reason, right? And you know, God rest my mother. She passed in January of this year. So while I was here and she was living, she was very happy that I was here. In fact, she wanted to come and live here with us, but her health didn't really permit it. So my desire by being here is to plant a tree somewhere in Colombia in her honor, because she loved flowers and she loved nature. Yeah. So in honor of my mother, you know,
that's because we talked, and again, condolences again on your mother's passing. We talked right when that happened, but you would not share that with me, man. I'm getting goosebumps right now. That is the fact that she saw her son happy and peaceful.
Oh yeah.
In this space, man. Yeah. I don't know if there's a better way you could like wrap up. I know it's just a brief discussion because they're kicking us out.
Right. No. They're kicking the people walking now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if there's a better like way to describe that to really drive that home. You know. Yeah.
My mother. We got married here in Bogotá in 2019, and my mother came to the wedding.
Okay.
Along with 5 of my friends. And my mom was like a mafia boss, man. I mean,
so she points and goes, you better go.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
And so my mother really liked being here. She liked the flowers. She couldn't speak the language, but she was at peace here, right? And when my mom was sick, you know, she talked about wanting to be here, wanting to come here and live with us, but she was on dialysis and you know, the logistics of things. And I know that she was happy that I was here. She loves my wife, you know, and she loved the fact that I was here. Would brag the fact that her son is in Colombia.
Yeah.
And so, to honor her memory, you know, the goal is to plant a tree here in Colombia in memory of her, and to make the best of it, to build a legacy here.
What does building a legacy for you here look like?
For me, a legacy is doing something that affects people in a positive way, that they don't forget me 2 weeks after the repass.
I don't think people think about that. 2 weeks after, he's like, oh,
yeah. Oh, what was his name?
Yeah. Remember? Oh, yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
I jokingly used to tell my wife, I want people to build a statue for me, and all I ask is that you keep the birds from pooping on it.
Yeah.
But just to try to make a difference. And so, you know, we have a youth football club here called Colusa, Colombia, USA.
Okay.
Right. And what we do is we try to teach the values, God, family, community.
Okay.
Because, you know, growing up in the States, being competitive in sports, whatever the sports are, is very important, because sports also help us to learn about life.
Yeah.
Right? The life lessons that we learn as a team help us in our life. Right. Yeah. So, and that's the thing. They love soccer, they love football, as they call it.
Yeah.
But having the things from a team perspective and learning how to use that for life is very important.
It is. The legacy that you're building here, the YouTube channel, your awesome wife who has a whole bunch of jokes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna see if I can put some of the jokes that she had on here. Like just the community being able to build, the love that you've been able to show me, and just guiding me around and walking around. The family you introduced me to where we're working on a potential project, where we connected the dots on a real estate deal here, right? And just you been able to do that here in that time. Frankly, you've been able to do that here quicker than I was able to do that in Texas.
Really?
I'm being honest.
Wow.
Yeah. So just me seeing the life that you built, established. Y'all meet me at the airport when you didn't have to. That'd be a part of the culture here, right?
Right.
I can't thank you enough. I got to give you your flowers here.
Appreciate that.
Well, before you get your statue, hopefully that's another, hopefully that's another 50, 60 years, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted to have this conversation with your brother. Like,
appreciate it, man.
We're also frat, you know, so I also had to do that. So I couldn't not be here with the love that you showed me on this for my final day in the trip. The guidance that you've given me and everything, man, and not give you your flowers. So I appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you, man. And I want to say I appreciate you because, you know, iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
And the fact that just you being here, just your presence and just you wanting to come here motivates me to want to be a better man as well, to want to grow and to develop even more. Yeah. And I appreciate you for that, man, because, you know, it's a lot easier to be successful when you have a strong team around you, when you hold one another accountable.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate that, man. And I told you, hey, when you get here, I got you, but there's an accountability too. You know, I got to make sure you're good, man.
Yeah, likewise.
And that you want to come back.
I'm coming back. Within 6 months, I'm coming back.
That's what's up.
All right, dude, appreciate
it. Thank you, man. All
right. Yeah.
All right.
All right, y'all, tune in, like, subscribe.
They didn't see the secret handshake.
No, right? No. I covered that up. So give them your channel one more time.
The Science of Self-Mastery with Professor Todd Allyn.
Yeah.